I'd like to start off this video by saying a simple fuck you, Mr. New Pope, and I formally, sincerely, genuinely express my condolences for the world of progressive thinkers that have to live in this century. If this man, Pope Francis, is the champion of intellectualism and social justice, you will be severely disappointed. Tonight we're going to party like it's 1499. But just in case you don't know what I'm talking about, the new Pope was elected for the Catholic Church, also known as Catholicism, and I happened to do a little bit of Google searching and research on his background and history and the type of person he is. He's an Argentinian, he's 76 years old. He doesn't look a whole lot different from the previous pope, and his beliefs and stances on things are just as stupid, and he's a homophobic fucktard like the previous man was, or pope was. Could someone explain this to me? I have it up right here. Apparently he believes that for a gay couple to adopt a child, that is a form of child discrimination. And I've never heard this argument before. I've never heard someone's reasoning if I know people are against gays adopting children, but I've never heard this specific reasoning. If a gay couple adopts a child, that's child discrimination. I don't see where I don't see how that's child discrimination. Could someone please explain that to me? Pope Francis also believes that homosexuality, being gay, is a product of the devil. Again, don't ask me how this reasoning works, how the devil is involved with two people loving each other. I don't know. But my guess is that the devil is simply stalking lesbians and gay men and simply invisible, rubbing his hands together, trying to make these two people rub their genitalia together and have sex. Because obviously that would be a product of the devil, right? Because he would be tempting them to have sexual desires or something like that. But that's not all, folks. Pope Francis also believes that a gay couple adopting a child are considered child abusers. How ironic, coming from the Catholic Church, which is formerly known for a lot of things that inquire incest and underage children and pedophilia. Don't you see the stunning hypocrisy, the stunning contradiction with the Catholic Pope saying, "Oh, a gay couple adopting children is child abuse. However, I completely ignore all the times child abuse has happened within the church because, you know, that's kind of our thing over here. That's what we like to do." He also believes that contraception is a sin. Yay! You know what scares me about the whole Catholicism, Catholic Church, and this Pope Francis? It's not the fact that he has these terrible beliefs, because it seems to be that these types of religious views, I think, are actually decreasing in society. But for somehow how people like this in power get elected with these beliefs, I don't know. But if you notice that a lot of these older people are the people who are homophobic, and a lot of people that are younger in our generation are more accepting of gays adopting, gay marriage, equality, things like that. And it's interesting because within the next 10 or 15 years, these old people who have all these homophobic views and things, they're going to be dead. And I sincerely believe that the pressure of these political power leaders who are in their 60s, 70s, and 80s are just going to be diminishing. But that's besides the point. What scares me is that a man like this can be put into power over 1.2 billion people. For those of you who don't know, the Catholic Church is ginormous. And the fact that someone like this can be put into power, I sincerely believe, if I don't believe in the Bible, but if the Bible happens to be true by some rare chance, and the Antichrist and Demon 666 happens to come all true, I think that the Antichrist will actually form within the Catholic Church because of the amount of power and people that are involved within the Catholic Church, Catholicism. I sincerely believe that's where the Antichrist, I think, will kind of be created, is within the Catholic Church. But here's the thing that I truly don't understand about Catholicism and the Catholic Church in general, the people who follow the Catholic Church, is how can you believe in a religion that flip-flops so fucking much? And this goes for so many different religions. I'm going to pick on Mormonism, for example. If If you take I made a video a while back. You can press this annotation in the corner, History of Mormonism. I examine the history. I go through all the history, one of my history lesson videos of how the Mormon Church got started. And later in I think it's the 1800s or 1900s, I don't remember the exact time frame, but the Mormon Church became very racist against black people, and black people were not allowed to be in the church, and black people were looked at as the terrible people. And then what did the religion do after they said black people are not allowed in the church? People got all mad and said it's racist, it's wrong, you're being discriminatory against people of black skin. And what does the Mormon Church do? Oh, the Watchtower, their little article thing, which is supposedly divine intervention of what they write in the Watchtower is God telling them what to write. And they write this new Watchtower thing that says, oh, now it's okay for black people to be in the church. And, because they had to do that because of all the uproar of that was happening and all of the pressure on the Mormon Church for their stances against black people being involved in the church. And likewise, it's the same with Catholicism. You have these religions that flip-flop on everything that they say and do. Catholicism, for example, at one point, the Catholic Church said that they believe in evolution, that evolution should be taught in schools. But then you get a whole new leader like this, who is now a super, super conservative man who doesn't believe in this and believes in the Bible and believes in creationism and believes that gay marriage is wrong and it's a product of the devil and believes that adoption is wrong and that it's child discrimination and that the most of child abuse is involved by gay couples, and he doesn't even look at himself or his past. What worries me is not necessarily the man's beliefs, but the people who follow him. The people who are not capable of thinking for themselves and rather look to a leader, I wouldn't call this man a leader, but look to someone within religious power to help them believe what they want to believe. And I honestly feel sorry for the people who are indoctrinated to believe these views and beliefs that this Francis Pope dude seems to believe. I'd just like to be a personal example and say that being able to think for yourself and choose for yourself and make your own decisions in life is one of the most freeing things that I have ever had in my lifetime. After I left religion, if you have been a subscriber of mine for the past 3 to 4 years, you know where I've come from, where I came out of. And it's so freeing. I feel like a free man at the fact that I can think about myself and I don't have to have some book or some leader tell me, well, this is what I believe and you need to believe it too or else you're going to go to hell. But I'll end the video on this note. Quote, "The church says the earth is flat, but I know that it is round, for I have seen the shadow of the moon, and I have more faith in the shadow than in the church." 1480 through 1521. He was a very, very smart man.